Mm.
Mm. Hello, beautiful people. Mm. I am so excited to be here now in this new technology, this new technology that I am testing out to amplify, to be able to amplify our message here now. I am here with Niky Melia, one of my beautiful students of many, many years, and sisters and colleagues. And we have come together and woven our magic together for years now. And I'm so honored to bring her on. She is the founder of the Somatic Academy for Women called Embody. And yeah, is an incredible feminine leader and artist in Europe. We're going to be actually at the Healing Festival this August in Czech Republic, where you're from, and you're going to be my translator. So yeah, we are here to speak about the upcoming Temple Body Arts online festival, and especially through the lens of the mother lover archetype. So let's dive in. Hello, beautiful sister.
Good evening here in Europe.
Yeah, so happy to be here with you. And yeah, we are here to really speak about a very important, essential conversation. What it means, right, to be a feminine leader in our time and to be expanding and evolving and shifting with our own life cycle, with where we are. And, as a feminine leader, we really come from this place of understanding that we need to listen to and understand the feminine archetypes that we move through as women. So really, like, we are sourced from our womb, and it is so essential for us to really know how to mother ourselves. I know this is the conversation. Well, you're going to be leading a whole ceremony on this on next Friday. In fact, in 1 week
Yeah,
at the Temple
exactly.
Body Art.
Yeah.
Pretty much almost at this time. Yeah, Niky is
Yeah.
going to be leading a ceremony to really drop us into what it means to mother ourselves and to go deep into the womb. So yeah, let's just dive into this essential conversation and see where it takes us as we offer the value here for all the sisters tuning in.
So beautiful. I'm just dropping in after actually having a day of mothering my nervous system, taking a spa with my sister. Who's taking care of my kids right now. And I just remembered that for the first time when we were going through the mother lover archetype in Temple Body Arts in the mystery school back in 2021, I was on the call and I was dancing at the night at the beach in Egypt. It just came kind of like this. I was like, and I was so free because in that moment, I stopped caring about what people think. Like if I just start dancing there and I just do my thing and I enjoy movement and body and they didn't care actually. I did care so before and they were just like, yeah, cool, whatever. She's here. And I was like, yeah, what cool, whatever. I am here and I can choose myself. And actually it's just a moment where I really get encoded of like, oh, I can choose pleasure. I can show up and I don't know why it came now. Like I'm now
Perfect.
in my body at the beach in Egypt, like in the sacred land. And so it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's coming now, like this experience of I didn't meet mother lover archetype for the first time in the Temple Body Arts and mystery school, but I went so deep for the first time. So it's I don't know, it's just like maybe the introduction to who I am.
I
I
love
am the
it.
one who just shows up and dances at the beach. And in a way, I just started dancing at the stage of my business, of my mission, through this, allowing, getting the permission from outside and from inside to, I can actually show up. Like, I don't need to care so much about what other people think or
Oh,
care, because they actually don't. They just can get inspired, but
well, exactly. Yeah.
that's
Let's get them
all.
inspired. I mean, come on. Don't you just
That's
want to dance?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, because Niky, you were already a publisher, like you were like publishing, right, people's books, you were
Yes,
leading, you
yeah,
you were you were already dancing, but it was like, yeah, I feel like the big shift. I mean, I remember you came in because you saw one of my viral posts, my one viral
yes,
post
I
that was
did.
like, choose pleasure over pressure. Like, this is our birthright. And I feel like that has really been that code that came in so strong and is still so present here of like, okay, yes, as feminine leaders and artists, like, it's a daily practice. I mean, I'm in it daily right now. It's like whenever I feel that pressure that is so easy to feel in this day and age, it's like, okay, how do I hold on a second? Like, how am I choosing to show up? How am I choosing to
Mhm.
design my day? How am I choosing to respond to this? And so, yeah, I feel like it's so beautiful. Maybe you could just speak into
Yeah.
that choice and that permission, and like what kind of shifted for you when you gave yourself permission to bring your full pleasure and artistry online as a feminine leader.
They are just had to back up. This is also what I learned in temple body arts, like in the sacred world. No, in the warrior, my perimenopausal brain is just not giving me the words like
All
no,
good.
my boundaries. So I had to give the boundary to my husband not to get in.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
and because I have kind of two things running now, and one I want to evolve later at is like having a choice to choose pleasure. I need to embody the options. And this is so important. Like knowing how that feels, knowing what to do. And this is something I feel I forgot throughout my life, and many feminine leaders forget that we have those options. So we are creating capacity to have those options, which the beautiful lunar archetypes are teaching us. But I want to go back first, and I'm savoring that. But I want to go back to the beginning of choosing also to work with you and step into the mystery school and temple body arts. And I only saw you dancing, and the way you moved inspired me so much. I had no idea what you are doing. I was just like, who is she? I need to get to know her. It's all like, it was
Mm.
just really this, like my body, my nervous system, something happened inside. And I know I was
Mm.
in a lounge. I was lounging, and I was outside for a walk, and I just checked on Instagram something, and I saw you and I lost you. And I was sitting there, it was snowing, and I was sitting there looking for you. I was like, I need to find her again. I did eventually, like, but it took a long time. And yeah, and then I chose to work with you. It just felt so good in my body. Like I danced with you. I did go into an experience, one which will be different but similar to what we are doing next week at the festival. Like really savoring, trying, just getting to taste, like how does it feel, what are the options I have. And I tasted with you, and I felt like, wow, I want more of that. And I'm just holding a stone, I realized. So it's interesting. I love stones. It's just, and I was at a stage of my like business and leadership. I already kind of was building my I didn't have my school back then, but I was teaching, I was bringing through a dance, but it was the first years I was after giving birth. I was interpreter before, so I'm actually a professional interpreter. So I'm happy that I will be your personal interpreter. And then I realized I need to, giving birth gave me just this initiation of, okay, nobody told me that this body is so powerful. And I just started bringing it through in kind of in my mission. Like I wanted to work differently. I couldn't go back. And I just started and something worked and it was kind of nice. But there were two things. One thing was I was like, can I really do that? Am I crazy? And like, 5 years ago, there were not that many people dancing. And now it's really different. We have so many more leaders like guiding through embodiment and dance. But even like 5-6 years ago, it was just, okay, she's a little bit crazy. And then it sounds like, am I crazy? Can I bring it? Is it really powerful? And I felt it. I had this experience, but I was like, I don't know. And it worked, but it was not so great. And I was like almost like, maybe I just give up. Maybe I just really need to do something serious, right? And then I saw you dancing and I was like, you know what? Just, just try this. Just one more thing. Just like, see. And I started working with you, moving, dancing, embodying. And I just realized, oh, I'm not crazy. So being in a circle, like having a mentor who is showing me through her embodiment what's possible and what's true, and who is actually seeing me and in those stages where I still didn't believe that I am this and I can do this and that I can embody this and that I'm powerful and that I can choose pleasure. He showed me. And the sisterhood. It was like, and this was such a pivotal moment for my life and for my mission, realizing, oh, having this experience and learning deep in my body that I'm not crazy, that is important, powerful tool, and I really want to do it and that I can, because I was held and I was met in my experience, and I was met by sisters and mentor, a leader, right, who really was able, which was you, guiding me through the stages of I don't know. And I just got so inspired that I was like, it was the dance at the beach, actually, like not, there was kind of this example of, I was like, I am just doing this. This is who I am. This is what I'm bringing through. This is what I'm sharing with you. And this was really the moment where my business starting to really thriving. I was just like, oh, I was actually bringing through programs which I felt like I really believed, and I embodied it, and I didn't need to doubt, or I doubt sometimes, but it was a different doubt. It was like, this is powerful, so I can do it. So this was one really important piece where I feel, and I see it with so many clients and with so many women being in circle, being led, being taught, also practices and having this deep experience combined with really this mentorship and in leadership, and getting to meet ourselves is just that was really life-changing. Also, whatever happens, this is something I knew, wow, I changed from inside. So this is one very powerful thing which and I told you, I'm still building on that, and I met you in Costa Rica, and I came to dance with you in flesh, and just I worked with you for a couple of years, and I'm still in contact, and I just always, oh, this is my pillar and inspiration, and my sister, and I can work, but I have a ground I can build on, and this is as a feminine leader in a world of. Because I see my husband, he's amazing, he does his work, but he's so different. He just needs so different things. And one very important piece, which I felt was, and is still, and it's even more important now, me coming into the perimenopause, the menopause threshold, and everything changing again. But there's one part of building the business and showing up and bringing the artistry in a practical way, but there is this inner landscape, this inner life, right? This inner resources and the rhythm of the feminine, which is really like, so beautifully represented in the lunar archetypes. And if I don't know my inner landscape and I cannot take care and I cannot pause, or I cannot just go into action when it's possible and let go, it's happening in life and in business and every stage, then I just get so, I can so burn out. So like nurturing, understanding that there's something happening on the outside, on the surface, in the action, but it's coming from the inner, I just call it inner landscape. And taking care of this inner landscape, it's just, which you call, like, it's like really being in contact with the womb, right? And with the nervous system and with the needs and with filling, the resources, is just, it was like for me the other part, like in temple body arts, where I felt like, oh, I really needed to learn that, and it's just guiding me all the time. So
yes, so good. I know. I mean, we're both in this life cycle of the perimenopause portal that we call it. And yeah, Niky just brought me on to a whole menopause summit that you did, and there's just so much that is not talked about of what it means to be a woman. Really, I mean, with a womb, a womb carrier.
Yes.
Like, we are constantly moving through these rites of passages, and so the gift of being able to really go in and understand these feminine archetypes, these lunar archetypes that sync up with the moon, with the cycles, the seasonal cycles, with our womb cycles, with our blood. And even if we're not bleeding, we can still connect in with the moon in that way. But it's like, that gives us this incredible gift, like you said, to like go in and to listen. And that's the thing, like, we're in, many of us are waking up to realize that, hold on a second, I can't do business like a man. Like, I can't hustle. I can't just push. Like, this is not okay. We are a different species, and we're here to listen. And so I love what you're sharing. Yeah, it's like going into that inner landscape. And the more that you understand where you are in your cycle, the more permission you can give yourself to like actually being gentle with yourself rather than being hard on yourself. And, understanding what you need. What are the needs that you need? Like, we're talking about mothering oneself. It's like, as a mother, like, your children have needs. Okay, you know what these needs are. You take care of the needs. Well, what are your needs? We need to know what our needs are. And like, for me, myself, like, this is, I'm in this massive production birthing. I haven't birthed something this big in many, many years. And I'm also in perimenopause. It's like a whole different life cycle. And so I'm really having to be just so gentle and discerning with myself of like how I'm showing up and what are my needs. And my husband is also on crutches right now. He just had a tumor taken out of his foot. He's okay. But it's just like, okay, like, I'm feeding him. Usually he feeds me. Like, I have to like take care of my husband. I got to take care of my retreat center. As a mother, right, you're taking care of all these things, but then we have to take care of ourselves. If I don't do my practice, I get a little bit crazy. Like, something will happen and I react. It's like, what are those resources that we need to access and calm our nervous system and be rooted in ourselves and like have the channel open so that we can dance with life. We can respond to what life throws at us, because it does. And it allows us to move through life with so much more grace in everything that we're creating and doing.
It's I was just like, it's a lot. I know that. And it's so, what you said, like, responding or reacting, right, to life is just such a huge difference. Like, if I cannot meet my needs, and there are moments we cannot do it in that moment, and that's okay, because we are also warriors, right? We are graceful warriors who can act and go when it has to be done, and we need to know how to go back, let it go and take care of ourselves. And we're this mothering ourselves in, and I feel it
Oh,
gets so strong in business. Can you hear me? Yeah.
yeah. For a moment there, I couldn't, but you're good.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Um, mm, I just have three threads and I need to choose one. So mothering, we are with the mother lover, right? We want to bring a little bit like this of this mother lover archetype. And my theme for the festival, for the ritual, is mothering our nervous system, which is really one of the things is like pleasure is not a luxury. It's one of the most effective ways how to regulate our nervous system and digest those experiences, right? So when we lead and act in life as partners, as mothers, as many women then taking care of parents or houses, or there's just so much going on, and then we build up, like there's this stress building up in our bodies, stress helping us to being able to move through things. This is great, and we need to digest. And through pleasure, our body just starts the act of integration, of digestion. So we have in the lunar archetypes, we have the sacred dreamer, right? Like in a menstruation, and with the blood really coming down and inside. But the mother lover at the opposite side, she is the one like who is giving, but also giving to ourselves and really giving or receiving pleasure. Like this is this open space for pleasure, kind of halfway through the cycle, which we can call it any time. But taking care of bringing in pleasure means that our nervous system starts to regulate down, right? We activate like the vagus nerve, and I'm just touching myself all the time because I just need it all the time. So right, it's just like I'm just like, come on. So everybody who feels the
Yes.
call, just touch yourself, and it just on the cheek. But pleasure is not a choice. It's not a luxury. It's not a something which is only in the erotic realm or sexual realm, or just something, okay, I have to earn it. It's just is one of the sources, because then throughout pleasure, we regulate, and then we don't need to react, but we respond. Then we have the choice to, how do I move? If I am overstressed, right, and there is no pleasure, then I react. It's normal. Nervous system goes into fight and flight. So, but learning to bring in the mother lover archetype in the pleasure, and actually physical pleasure is very helpful. Pleasure in movement, breath, touch, and sound, which we are going, in the ceremony to really experience that, activate it, and make it possible. But I think just this one thing, starting to think of pleasure, of pause and pleasure as a part of work, right? Like it's just not something afterward, but it's just, I need to nurture, I need to regulate, and then I am in a completely different place to respond, to create. If I don't have pleasure, if I don't have regulated nervous system, which can, regulate down or up, like flexible, then I cannot create, right? Pleasure as a source of safety. Like it's bringing our body in a safety, and from safety we can create. We can be nervous, that's okay. like our artists who are bringing new things, so we can get excited, and that's great. But pleasure is a source of coming home and get into safe space, get nurtured, and then we can build, create, show up, right? And if we don't have it, we soon or later burn out and burn out the people around us. So it's just like I do. So
Yeah.
it was such
I
a
love
different
it.
view, like of yeah, it's just
Wow.
must be. Mm.
Thank you for that. Oh my gosh. Anyone tuning in, yeah, just doesn't that make you want to take a deep breath and just touch yourself?
Mm.
And yeah, it's like we need to be connected to our bodies in that way. And when we are connected, even just taking a hand right now and just connecting in with your body, taking a breath, like feeling into making some sound, jiggling a bit, like ultimately
Mm.
getting out of our heads and into our bodies. And, I know that for many people also, if there is still a lot of trauma in the body, like it might not feel safe to be in the body. It might not feel pleasurable to be in the body, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that's also a beautiful indication of like, that's where the work is, to be able to unlock the trauma and go in and know that, it is your birthright to feel at home in your skin, in your temple, to feel pleasure in your body with touch. And so, yeah, for anyone tuning in, just know that this is your birthright and you are not broken. You do not need to be fixed. And there are ways, beautiful ways to heal, any of these imprints and traumas that are still living in the body that are blocking you from experiencing your birthright as pleasure. So I just want to speak
Yeah.
into that for a moment.
Definitely. It's so
Hmm.
important. And it's
Yeah.
bringing me also to, when I come back also to the, choosing pleasure, experience it. It's, we can even for some people switch to aliveness, right? Just feeling alive
Mhm.
in the body, feeling aliveness, like uh, if the pleasure can be triggering. But it's also something which I really feel, to claiming it back, to bringing it back into our experience, into our bodies. We need a circle. We
Mm.
need a, like, this safe space to experience, because our bodies learn from other bodies, right? It's
Mhm.
always like this resonance and imprinting, and sometimes we forget and we don't use some parts of our system and of our bodies on, right? They get
Mm.
frozen. And being in a space where you're like, where we are welcome, we are not pushed, we can just, evolve without, because some things we cannot think into, we just really need to experience, and our bodies
Right.
know how to. It's just, that's why so many things
Mm.
are so important in a circle, or like I love like
Mm.
circle, or in a space, right? Or at least in a
Yeah. Even
in a
here, even
relationship.
virtual. Like it's even possible
Definitely.
here, through it's like entrainment, and mirror neurons and like being able to feel, even those tuning in, like when I take a breath, when we speak about this,
Yeah.
to
Yes.
feel that. It's like, yeah, because
Yes.
you can receive this transmission. Exactly.
And
I
we
love
have
that.
bodies. Many times people ask me, Niky, but do you think like embodiment online, is it not like weird? And I'm like, actually, I think it's not weird. And I like, there are two things I think are really important, also working online. So the one thing is, we have our bodies and we move, we embody, right? So we are together, we can work, like be together in a different spaces. And through being in our bodies, it's happening. right?
Mhm.
And the other thing is, which I feel really is important, the part of also when we work online, when we meet online, and I work so much online with you, for example, right? We do so much online,
Yes.
most like the things. And it's, we are bringing this experience home
Mhm.
regularly,
Mhm.
right? Because like this meeting weekly, or like it's just having the experience at home, having the practices at home, sharing, meeting the sisters, being with a mentor, like on a regular basis at home. I am bringing this experience home, and I don't need to travel somewhere and then come home and realize, yeah, but it's different here.
Right.
It's just
You can
this
integrate
really,
it more. Yeah.
we integrate it right away,
Mm.
like in the daily practice. And this is something so many people underestimate. And I have
Mm.
like, this is so important. And I have, yeah, I just had a client and she shared with me, she was like, Niky, I did this. She was just supporting someone and she was able to do that because, and we learned so many things online, but we work together. We work with the bodies. And she was like, all the people knew the theory from different sources, but no one was able to move this way, like to help this person. And I feel, and mostly we worked online, but we went into contact and regularly,
Mhm.
right? We have relationships, and the
Yeah.
relationships live in our bodies. So I still am very grateful that online world exists and keeps existing, because we can connect to people, experiences which are not so close to our home, or we wouldn't be able to have it if we needed to travel somewhere, right? So
Right.
this
Exactly.
combination, I just wanted to
I
speak to
mean,
it because I think it's, and we have this beautiful online festival where,
exactly.
oh,
It's an experiment, it's all an experiment. Life is an experiment, but exactly. Thank you for speaking into the power of this sacred technology, as I like to call it,
yes,
and
yes, yes,
when you have the video, because when you have the video and the sound, and when you turn off all the other distractions, you
yes.
can really drop in and receive a transmission that can be just as powerful as going to a festival and having that experience. In fact, you get to create an environment that is completely safe for yourself. You get to dress
Yes,
up and adorn. I put on a
yes,
beautiful mother lover outfit today. So we're going to be inviting you to like imagine you're going to a festival. Like, what does that even mean? Like dress up. Like, what are the things that you love about going to a festival? Maybe you've never even been to one. That's amazing. Um, yeah, I founded Envision Festival, if you've heard of it, this wild festival here in the jungles of Costa Rica with like 10,000 people that come every year. It's just wild. But it was really this year when I was performing and teaching there, and I'm getting ready to birth my mystery school back into the world and really create this next level of the artistry that wants to come through, like through me, but also in collaborating with other epic women to support feminine leaders and artists who are really ready to take their artistry to the next level and take it onto the global stage. Like I'm going to be DJing and doing this whole live performance ceremony with Niky dancing with me there in Czech Republic. It's actually my first main stage act. I mean, other than Envision Festival, in Czech Republic, and again, this is like that global
connection.
connection. It's like, because we're able to use this technology, we can connect with others around the world. Yeah, so I'm getting ready to really birth this next level that's called the ceremonialist path. And this festival is really like this inspiration that came. I was like, okay, well, what are the things that I love that turn me on, that are pleasurable to me? Because like I don't want to just do something on my own to call women. And it's like, no, I want to gather with my sisters, with the ones that know this work, that are living this work, that are a living example of temple body arts, of these feminine
Mm,
archetypes, and
mm,
for others to come and receive the transmissions through each of you, to see like we are all a unique expression of the divine, of this work. We're a channel, and you get to come and really experience these incredible teachings to support you, and to have, like you said, that we're not meeting every week for a while. I mean, maybe you'll say yes to coming into the mystery school, but this is a 5-day, immersive festival online where
Yeah.
you really get to receive, and some big things can shift, even on this online temple space. And so, yeah, I'm so excited to have you, woven back in this way and to be sharing this medicine, because yeah, it's like you receive the temple body arts teachings and then it comes through your lens, it comes through your filter, through your experience as a mother, as a leader, and you get to weave it in this beautiful, unique way. So yeah, I'm so excited for your ceremony session next Friday.
I need to bring something in. I just remembered another story. I'm like so lucky. I'm just so excited. And when we spoke about, coming online, and I remember 2022, I think I came back from Costa Rica. I was all chaos at home. And, in the first weeks after coming back, and I had to do some plumbing in the evening, and I was exhausted. And then it was a call in the temple, like in the mystery school. And I just put on my beautiful shorts and beautiful top and said goodnight to everybody and put this beautiful light on here and close. And I was like, you know what? I just tried 10 minutes. And if I'm too tired, I go to sleep. And I stepped within 10 minutes from plumbing mom, like exhausted plumbing mom, into this world of like, oh my gosh, I am alive, right? And I could regulate and I could just, get alive again. And I feel like, okay, life is still beautiful. Right. And I just got, it's possible in this, yeah, we can connect online in such a beautiful way. And I know first years in mystery school, we didn't have, even because of Corona, it was just so difficult to meet like live. And I did like 3 days. We did 3 days, a couple of times a year, like online, and it went so deep, and I was like, it was life changing, and I was like, okay, this is possible. So I don't know. I'm just so excited. So I'm just like inspiring with my excitement of like what's possible.
I love it. I love
And
it.
some sisters shared with me, like from Czech, like because it's like, okay, can it be transmitted, right? And I had actually few of the women joining the ritual on a Beltane, and they told me, I don't speak English. It was so deep and so beautiful and so amazing. I took so much from being in the space and dancing. So that's the power of embodiment, right? It's just like, wow. Yeah, so it's like it's very, very powerful. It's just such a deep medicine, which I want like every woman to taste, at least taste it. Like
I know. Yeah.
just
So
wanted to share
yes,
that.
those of you tuning in, just feeling what this has awoken or sparked in you and what you're desiring around, yeah, your own embodiment, your own artistry, what you're here to bring through to share. If you're here as an artist, as a leader, like there's always the next level. Like Niky and I said, like it's always this evolutionary path, and like what is being asked to be expressed now, and so the depth of going into the womb and receiving the beautiful codes and wisdom and clarity from within yourself by saying yes and carving out the time. We're going to be live every day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, we have a VIP backstage pass day with myself and Ruby Chase, and a couple other sisters to really, go deep into this conversation of like what it actually takes to get onto the stage. So we'll have Q&A that day. But yeah, carving out the time to really say yes to yourself in this way. If this is something that turns you on, just invite you to drop a rose here, write the word rose. We'll come in, we'll give you the invitation, and you can explore the Temple Body Arts Online Festival. And we hope to see you there. Tickets are only $44 right now, which is just a fraction of what it's worth, truly. But I really wanted to make this experience accessible to women all across the globe. So we hope to see you there. Thank
Yes,
you,
yeah.
Niky. Such a
I
beautiful
mean, yummy mother
conversation.
lover.
Yes, I'm excited to receive your medicine next Friday. And yeah, we hope to see you. It will be recorded. We're going live 11 to 3 p.m. Pacific every day. So yeah, I like to try and make it accessible. So that'll be in the evening if you're there in Europe time. Yeah. Anything you want to share as we close here today, Niky?
Oh, I just really looking forward to the experience. I really want to go into the ceremony right now. I'm so excited.
Yes.
And maybe just one thing, just sitting here with you in this conversation, it just really like turn me on in the most beautiful way and light me up like in a like with this aliveness, right? And I couldn't sit. I would love to sit with you in Costa Rica with this beautiful view, but I just feel like, oh, now I go back to my family. I hear them there, and I feel like, oh, usually in the evening I'm so exhausted. My perimenopause is exhaustion. So and I feel alive, like this connection, connecting to our bodies, connecting to each other can be such a beautiful source of life force. It's just my life imprint of this is what's happening and this is what we like need in this very moment. And it will bring so much for the future too, but nurture and feel alive. I think it's such a gift to feel alive. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
It's
We do need that, there's so much heaviness in the world, and it's like, okay, where is your focus? And where are you going to give your precious energy and attention? And so, yeah, by you and I tuning in, like we get to yeah, be in that mirror neuron with each other and receive the inspiration and plug back into this powerful, powerful sisterhood that we are a part of. So thank you, beauty.
thank
Hope to see
you.
many of you at the festival.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you for tuning in. Please drop any questions, comments below, and we will be checking back to tune in and respond. Thank you. Thank you. Much love. Mwah.